and welcome back to the Far Out Wisdom Podcast. I'm going to start this podcast to tell you guys how much of a fucking piece of shit I am. So in this topic that I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to talk about the environment. Okay? I can make the argument that I'm sort of like an environmentalist because one of the main polluters is the fashion industry. I don't like to buy new clothes. I will wear clothes to the point that it has holes in them. I will wear secondhand clothing, and like I said, I'm 31, and I still act like I'm poor, and I will wear shoes for like 3 fucking years. I only have 2 pairs of shoes, you know. I don't replace anything if it's necessary. So everything could be falling to the fucking ground. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wait a little bit longer until it falls apart. And, I would drive old cars. I really don't, I'm not interested in purchasing new cars. If you buy me like a 1993 Toyota Camry, I'm done. I'm happy. As long as it gets me to point A to point B, whatever. And I want to talk. George Carlin talks about these people, and they annoy the fuck out of me. And I'm pretty sure you guys pretty much know who I'm talking about. Where I'm talking about the environmental bourgeoisie. So I got that term from George Carlin, which he has a skit about the environment, and I'm going to share with you at the end of this podcast. Near the end of this podcast, and I'm just so fucking tired of these people. And this episode inspired me to talk about these type of individuals because earlier I saw a guy driving a Prius while smoking a cigarette. I'm like, right on, dude. You are saving the environment by killing yourself. So, I noticed that like back in, I don't remember when was it, but it was my friends are, some of my friends are leftists, right? And I'm friends with everybody. It doesn't matter your politics, it doesn't matter your status. I'm just gonna be your buddy. And I remember they're going out and protests, right, for the environment. Yeah, everything for the environment. The turtles are dying, the whales are dying, The bees are not fucking, I don't know, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm the first person to admit to you that I'm a fucking piece of shit. I'm the first person to admit to you that my habits are really, really fucking up the environment. And, I see these people, and these are, my friends, bless your heart. I don't understand why you would take the time out of your day, make signs drawing Mother Earth on your little cardboard boxes or whatever you decide to use that day, and just fucking stand around and just say, for the environment, for Mother Earth. You guys realize that Mother Earth doesn't give a fuck about you. She's a moralist. She doesn't care, If necessary, she will get rid of us when the time comes, okay? And so I'm watching these people and I go, you know what? You should spend your time with that energy, screaming at the top of your lungs, stopping traffic, doing shit like that. Well, you should go out, pick up trash, plant a goddamn fucking tree, And this is why I started the podcast and say that I'm a piece of shit, because you know what? I'm not the one that's trying to tell you how to live your life. And it's always these people that it's always these upper middle class white illiberals that try to tell everybody what to do. Every single goddamn time. And I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. And majority of these people are so left-leaning that they want fucking communism. All right? Okay, maybe that's environmentally friendly because at the same time, communism, everybody fucking dies. So yeah, that saves the environment. So yeah, I understand the argument a little bit. But they always try to tell other people what to do, but they refuse to live the change that they want others to be, you know? And that really irks the shit out of me. And it's all about action. Virtual signaling is not going to solve world problems. It's not. Admit it. Where you're busy online, arguing with right wingers. What have you done? You're on fucking social media, all right, Facebook or YouTube or whatever, and I live in California, so I'm near Facebook and YouTube, and they have these, I don't know, big fucking database or whatever. They're using energy. They're burning fossil fuel. While your dumbass uses the internet to virtual signal that you supposedly save the environment on your fucking $800 iPhone, which you're going to fucking replace in the incoming year anyways. So you are contributing to the pollution at the same time that you are preaching that you're saving the environment on your iPhone. So it doesn't make any sense. So the fucking hypocrisy. That's the thing that I cannot stand that shit. So I'm going to share one of George Carlin. He calls these people environmental bourgeoisie. So it's on the environment. So I'm going to play a little bit of it. And man, this guy speaks truth. Truth bombs, one after the other. I love this man.
It's full of them now. People walking around all day long, every minute of the day, worried about everything. Worried about the air, worried about the water, worried about the soil. Worried about insecticides, pesticides, food additives, carcinogens. Worried about radon gas, worried about asbestos. Worried about saving endangered species. Let me tell you about endangered species, all right? Saving endangered species is just one more arrogant attempt by humans to control nature. It's arrogant meddling. It's what got us in trouble in the first place. Doesn't anybody understand that? Interfering with nature. Over 90%, way over 90% of all the species that have ever lived on this planet, are gone. They're extinct. We didn't kill them all. They just disappeared. That's what nature does. They disappear these days at the rate of 25 a day. And I mean regardless of our behavior. Irrespective of how we act on this planet, 25 species that were here today will be gone tomorrow. Let them go gracefully. Leave nature alone. Haven't we done enough? We're so self-important. So self-important. Everybody's going to save something now. Save the trees, save the bees, save the whales, save those snails. And the greatest arrogance of all, save the planet. What? Are these fucking people kidding me? Save the planet? We don't even know how to take care of ourselves yet. We haven't learned how to care for one another. We're going to save the fucking planet? I'm getting tired of that shit. I'm tired of fucking Earth Day. I'm tired of these self-righteous environmentalists, these white bourgeois liberals who think the only thing wrong with this country is there aren't enough bicycle paths. People trying to make the world safe for their Volvos. Besides, environmentalists don't give a shit about the planet. They don't care about the planet. Not in the abstract, they don't. Not in the abstract, they don't. You know what they're interested in? A clean place to live. Their own habitat.
So yeah, I wanted to share that, and this man cracks me up, but it's true. So I like I said, I mentioned that I live in California, and so majority of these so-called I'm gonna save the planet type of people, they live up north, and they live in these beach towns, and these guys are making like 6 figures a year, and they live in these big fucking houses, these beach houses and things like that. They don't see the issues that we have here, where I live in Fresno, California, the homelessness, the drugs and things like that. And yet these fuckers are voting, to have electric cars in 10 years. Like, how the fuck are these people going to afford, electric cars and things like that? I think a Prius, it costs about like $6,000 or $7,000 or something like that. And I go, but, the poor, they don't have money like these these upper middle class people have, you know? And I wanted to share with you guys something that I always live by, the wisdom that I have learned along the way. And that is to practice what you fucking preach. So, as always, guys, stay far out. Bye.